offer if you would like to get the job done and get that sold sticker up on the board. Right now, buyers, is your opportunity to reserve that right. Where can I see a fair and reasonable starting bid for 436 Harvest Home Road? I don't mind the call, buyers. I'm in your hands. Start me where you like. I know I kept you waiting at the start. It's only fair you keep me waiting a little bit now. It's fair enough. I don't mind, buyers. An opportunity for you to start from a position of strength to stake your claim. What was it? At 500,000, fairly been offered now at 500. Welcome, sir. Best of luck at 5. At 500 the bid. At 500,000, bargain basement buying at that. At 500,000, everyone's hands should be up at that level. At 500,000 now. At 500,000, I'll ask for 25 from top. Make it 5 1/4. At 500 the bid. At 25 now, and welcome. Best of luck at 25. We'll take 25, sir. I'm taking 25 from the rise, make it 50. At 525,000, can I say 50 now? At 50 now, and welcome back at 50. At 550,000. At 550,000, bid there. One bid not enough for you here today. 550 the bid. At 5.5 now. At 550,000, fairly been offered. 550 the bid. At 550 the bid, it's against you. At $550,000 at 75, welcome, sir. Best of luck at 75. At 575, fresh competition here at 75. At 575,000, fairly been offered. Bid there. What do you say, sir? Still with me? At 75. Is that a bid forthcoming? Yeah. Can I just state what I want? I'd like 600. He's at 75. At 575, the bid's there. Can I say 600, sir? 600. At 600,000, even money and a great bid. At 600 the bid. At 600,000, it's just a round number, sir. Shouldn't scare you off. At 600,000, the bid's here. At 6 now. At 600 the bid. At 600,000, fairly been offered. Bids there. At 620, was that 20, Leon? At 620,000. At 620,000, fairly been offered here now at 620. What do you think? At 20, I'll take 10 if it helps you get back in, sir. At 630 now, 630,000. The same courtesy at 10 if you like. At 630,000. At 630 the bid. I will say, if you have come to buy, you have to bid me now because we are on the market. We're selling here today at 630,000. If you're waiting for me to go inside and seek instructions, I won't be doing that here today. We're on the market and selling and 40 now. At 640,000, sir, if you come to buy, you've got to dig deep right now. We're on the market and selling. They've got the keys. At 640,000 and the bid's at 40. At 640 the bid. I will take the 5 for 645 now. 645 and make it 50 in the rise at least. At 645,000, bids there, keys are there at 45 and we're selling here today at 645,000. We're on the market and selling at 50 now. At 650,000, we play for keeps at 650. If there's no better bid than that, that's where we'll sell. At 650 now. At 6.5 for the first call. At 650,000, all done.
You take twos?
I'll take 2 at 652. At 652. At 654 now at 654. At 654, small bids help the competition come along. Big bids mean business. I'll take 1 at 655 because it rounds me off. It makes it easier. At 56 now. At 656, a quick retort at 56. Try a bigger bid, sir. At 656, can I get you in for 60? At 656,000, the bid's here now at 56. At 656, the bid. At 600. At 58 now. 658,000 60 beckons now at 658, the bid. Fairly been offered. Bids there, keys are there. Opportunity with you, sir. At 658,000. At 658, the bid. Once at 658,000. Are we done?
Yep.
60, sir. 660. At 660 now. At $660,000 a bid. Bid here in the centre. Opportunity with everybody else. It's against your bid, sir. At 660,000. Fairly been offered. We're on the market. We sell. 660 the bid. Once at 660,000. At 63 and a better bid there. 663. At 663,000, throwing down the gauntlet. At 663 now. At 663,000, fairly been offered. Bid here. My right, your left. Opportunity with you at 63 now. Awfully quiet on this side of the street. At 65. At 665,000. At 665,000, straight back in with 2 at 665. At 665. At 70, and a great bid, sir. 70 now. At 670,000, there's raise the stakes to 5 at 670,000. At 670,000. At 80 now. At 680,000. Don't let it scare you off, so it's just a big bid. You can make one too. At 680,000, the bid's there, the keys are there. We sell at 680 now. If you've come to buy, show me now, bid me now, or forever hold your peace. At 680,000. Bids here, keys are here. We're selling at 680. Once at 680,000, all done. Second call at 680,000, all done, all finished. Third, Final call at $680,000 the bid. All done, all finished, all silent and out at 680. That's not a bid over there, is it, Jim? So if you tell me you're out or sell, I've got your absolute best. You fought so hard. I can't get you back in for one just to test the resolve. Say 681? 81, and why not at 681? At 681,000 bid back there now. At 681,000, fairly been offered. If the one's enough, we'll sell it there. At 681,000, at 82. At 682, well, sir, you tried. At 682,000. At 682,000, at least you know you gave it your absolute best shot here today. Walk away giving it your best shot or walk away with the keys. Either way, you win at 682. At 682,000, fairly been offered at 682 the bid. Once at 682,000, done. Twice at 682,000, done, finished, third, final call, 682 the bid, all done, all finished, all silent out at 682. One more time of asking, so we're definitely done.
100%, mate.
Thank you very much for your spirited bidding here today. I will take half it if he gets you back on top though. Definitely done?
Done.
Thank you once more. At 682 the bid, first, second, third, final call, done, finished, silent and out. We're selling, 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 sold! Congratulations and well bid. Please join me in congratulating our purchasers and our vendors here today. You've just witnessed another successful Harcourts, Rata and Co auction. Have a great weekend. See you again soon. Thank you. Well done, mate. We'll see you next time. Thanks, sir. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well done. Well bid. Congratulations.